Arielle, it is our first themed week of daily tips that may or may not help you. Introduce the theme to the Tippendales.
I'm so excited for this. We love trying out new things on daily tips that may or may not help you. The theme of this week is putting off week. Actually, it's more like putting on. We're talking about ways to not put things off. So I'm here to kick us off. Are you ready, Ned?
I'm ready, Arielle.
Today's tip is that I would like for you to check in on your collections. A few months ago, I suggested that you start a collection of something. I collect a bunch of things. I collect license plates. Sometimes I collect rocks and seashells and other cool things like that. But I would like to check in with you, dear Tippendales. What are you collecting? Have you been putting off starting a collection? If so, today's the day to start that collection. Think about what it is that you'd like to collect. It makes traveling more fun. It makes visiting new places more fun because you get to see if those places have what it is that you're collecting.
This was a tip from January 30th, 2024.
Wow.
Just a few months ago.
Wow. Technically a few months ago. Yeah.
This is a good tip. Obviously, I still collect hats. And we would love to know about what you are collecting. Please tell us in the comments.
Tell us in the comments. Go to dailytipspodcast.com to tell us more about you and to leave a tip of your own that we can share on this here podcast and video show. Welcome, everyone. We're back, and this is the second day of Put Off Week. What have you been putting off? Ned, you have a tip for us today.
Wash the thing you've been putting off. Whatever it is, wash it. For us, it was our dog's collar. Needed to be washed. But didn't take off his collar very often, so just didn't think about it. But we knew. We could see it.
The color had faded.
Yeah, you knew. So it was time to wash the collar. We washed the collar. I'm much happier for it. Wash the thing you've been putting off. Just do it. It'll probably take very little time. If it takes a lot of time, you're going to have to use that time someday. Why not now? Wash the thing you've been putting off today.
I have a few more examples of things that you may be putting off.
Yeah.
Your comforter. Comforters are huge. So sometimes it takes a while for you to be like, okay, we're going to add this to the laundry pile this week or this month or whatever. Wash that. Another thing is if you have a dish drying rack for after you wash your dishes, those get nasty and it's easy to forget about them. Another thing you might consider washing, straws that you use. Like if your water bottle has a straw,
wash those every time.
Wash that. Please wash that.
Please.
And let us know what you're washing.
Wash the water reservoir on your coffee machine if you have one.
Wow.
Most people just refill that. Don't wash it. Gross.
Nasty. Don't be nasty.
Don't be nasty.
Come back tomorrow for a guest tip. And then, we're so excited to have our guest tippers of the month. So we'll see you then. Bye. Paul and Erica, I have a problem, which is that my knives suck. And I think that today's tip is going to help me out with that. This is Wednesday, and that means it's guest tipper time. So, Paul, what is today's tip?
Don't put off sharpening your knives. There is nothing more depressing than having to muscle your way through a tomato. A tomato should be a nice, easy cut. And if you're throwing a dinner party, you're going to be chopping all these fresh vegetables, you're going to get a sore shoulder. Get your knives sharpened. Give your deltoids a break. You're setting yourself up for success.
Erica, are your knives sharp?
I wish I could say they were, but they're not. They're really not.
To be honest, mine aren't either. I've been putting this off. I need to stop putting it off.
Well, that's the point of Put Off Week at Daily Tips that may or may not help you. All throughout this week, we are giving tips about what not to put off or how to not put off things that you've probably been putting off.
So have you ever had the knife sharpener person drive through your neighborhood with the old-timey music like we're living in the 1890s? I've had it happen both in New York, where I live now, and in Florida, where I grew up. And I was like, what?
I know. It's like milk.
What magical world.
It's like a milk delivery system. Like, I can't believe these things still exist.
I'd be like a 6-year-old running to the ice cream truck
with your knives.
Now. Oh my God, you brought exactly what I needed to my door. I'm so happy.
It's like living in a village in Italy. You're like, what? There's a knife sharpener coming to my door?
Wow. Well, Tippendales, when was the last time you had your knives sharpened? Let us know in the comments whether you're watching us on YouTube or anywhere on social media. We'd love to know how sharp your knives are. That's a good transition out of this episode, isn't it, Paul and Erica? Thank you so much for validating.
Absolutely.
Thanks. We'll be back next week with Paul and Erica for another guest tip. But if you want to learn more about them, you can go to the episode that just came out. We had a longer interview with them. We learned so much about them, so go and check that out. Ned and I are back tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Arielle, it is still putting off week. Tell us, what is the tip to combat a thing I've been putting off?
Great question. I love our first themed week. For those who are just tuning in, this is Putting Off Week. We are talking about things that we put off. And so today's tip is to find a therapist. If you're somebody who's been thinking about therapy and you just haven't, gone to the website, found the person, you're intimidated by all the steps that it takes to get there, I promise it's worth it. It took a really long time for me to finally make the move of finding a therapist. What helped me was asking a friend who works in the mental health space for a recommendation for how to find a therapist. She sent me to a website. I looked on that website, saw a bunch of names, looked into some of those people, and just made a choice from there and scheduled a session. And you know what? It didn't work out, but then I found somebody else because by that point I was into the groove and knew that I wanted to seek out therapy. So today's tip, if you're putting it off, find a therapist. For this, I will actually recommend a website that was really helpful to me after my first attempt at therapy. I then went to helloalma.com. You can search for a therapist and you can filter, and it's really, really helpful. So shout out to my therapist. I won't name you, but I love you.
I really like Alma. I was going to recommend that if you didn't. I need this tip because I had a therapist and I really liked them and we had a great thing going. And then my health insurance changed and they no longer took it. And I have not found a replacement therapist since. So thank you for this tip because I'm going to go today and look for a therapist.
Good. Report back and let us know about your trauma. Thank you.
My therapist is the Tippendales.
Yeah, use them. Tippendales, welcome to the show. It's the final episode of our Put Off Week, the week where we share tips for things that you may have been putting off. So, Ned, what do you recommend today?
I decided I didn't like the way that this tip was written. I wrote it as visit someone you've been putting off. But what I mean by that is just visit someone you don't normally visit. Most of us have our routine. We have the same people we see in our same little community. Often we make plans with the same people. This is a reminder and a tip to go make a plan with someone that you maybe have been wanting to but haven't made a plan with. Visit with someone you've been putting off. Just mean like make a plan with a person that you haven't made a plan with but have been meaning to. Not necessarily that you've been like avoiding.
Totally. Yeah.
I don't like the phraseology.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah.
We love you. Like just because we reach out to you after this doesn't mean we feel like we've been putting you off. It's more like, maybe with this friend or with this work person or family member, maybe you often meet for dinner somewhere, but go visit them in their space. I think this is especially relevant if you have friends who have recently had babies, so they're stuck at home. That's a great way to, go visit them because they can't necessarily go out and be super flexible like you can, maybe.
Yeah. Or a friend from college or high school that now you live in the same city, so you didn't connect for a long time. Say hi.
Say hi, and say hi to us.
On the internet.
On the internet, in the comments, by emailing us, by going to our website, dailytipspodcast.com, and telling us about a tip that helps your life so that we can share it with the Tippendales so that it may or may not help their lives.